Some nights still get hard, but I won't give in. I remember the struggle and I remember the sin, but every dark night has an end, I swear. So if you're lost, just know someone cares. I'm your addiction.
Yo, welcome back to once again another episode of Open Time Talk, the podcast where we drift off topic and never off the vibe. I'm your host, Zach.
And I'm Jams, the show where we talk about conspiracy, spirituality, gaming, global tensions, and so forth.
That was crisp. Well, we have a couple things on the topic for today. Justin just had his baby shower, yesterday?
Yeah, and you had your wedding Saturday.
And I had my wedding Saturday. It's just, we growing up in our 20s still in our 20s.
Getting married, about to have a kid, got the baby shower out the way. Now I just got a whole bunch of unpacking I got to do. We got a lot set up. I ended up setting up the baby camera. I mounted it on the wall.
That's good. I
got the bouncer set up, the crib done.
Yeah, I wonder how that new, I remember being a baby, and my parents, they had the baby monitor, but it was just voice. Nowadays you can have, it's like a whole camera, ain't it?
Yeah, I can literally move the whole camera and zoom in on her if I need to.
That's technology, bro.
Yeah. And it's not black and white footage. It's It can be night vision and regular 4K footage.
Dude, it's literally like a doorbell inside the house.
It's like a ring. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's new technology. I can get down with that.
Mm-hmm. And we have a freaking bottle sterilizer as well, so we don't have to throw the bottles in the dishwasher with all the dirty dishes.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Bro, the things that these new babies are going to grow up with, we did not have all that kind of stuff.
Nope.
No.
My mom didn't have any of that. Bottle sterilizer. No, they hand washed it.
Literally. Scrub. Oh, I got a little hair on the mic. But no, there's a lot's been happening over the last couple of weeks once again with Iran. Back in June, they started once again kind of blowing up civilian cargo ships.
Yeah, it's heinous, bro.
For what? And it's all because there's two sides that you can travel through the strait. One's closer to Iran, and another one is closer to some other state, or country, should I say? I wish I knew. Ooh, my bad. I just had that a little burp.
Tastes
Jeez. Good. Yeah, I think so. It tasted bad. I don't know.
It tasted bad.
So it's the Kumzar region towards the Telegraph Islands. That's where a lot of the ships have been passing by to stay away from Iran, and they're not liking it because if you pass through Iran, you're going to get charged money.
Yes.
Well, if you pass through, more on the other side, you don't have to necessarily get charged. Well, that's what I think all this stemmed from, was they were taking the other route, so they didn't have to get charged $1 million to pass through the strait. And Iran is sending warning shots hey, no, you got to pass through here. So once again, Iran's trying to control the strait. Well, after they shot down about 3 or 4, I don't know, civilian cargo ships, I think the U.S. stepped back in and started launching shit over in Iran.
Indeed.
And so it's been the last couple of days that we've been dealing with this kind of stuff. But one thing I did see on TikTok today is that the U.S. is using drone boats. They're
that's a new one.
That is a fucking new one. I thought it would be cheaper to just fly a drone with some explosives, a drone that you would think of.
But this is the thing. How easy are drones to take down?
They just maybe thought it was another boat.
They're pretty easy. They're pretty easy to shoot out of the sky if you can catch them, especially with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's true.
Now a boat.
Yeah,
it could be it's oh, is this a friendly boat? Is it manned? What the hell? There's no one on it. Should we open fire on it? It's too close. Boom.
Boom. He said, "Oh shit."
Like, I didn't expect that. I mean,
No.
you would also think, why a boat? Can't you just... I mean, technically a torpedo would work, don't you think?
Right? Well, I guess how much does it cost to launch a torpedo?
Yeah. I mean,
Plus,
it. How
you
much
would
does it
know
cost to
where
make a
the
whole boat to blow up?
right? I mean, I don't know. I can go find a boat
That's a
off,
cheap ass boat.
Facebook Marketplace for about $100. You throw a little cheap ass motor
So
on the
was it
back,
just like
and
a
then
regular boat, or
I
was it
think it was.
militarily? Like,
No, I think it was like a regular ass boat. I think it was like a dinghy. I think I have a video, and it might show the actual boat. Because I saw a
yes.
video on TikTok, and to me, it kind of looks like AI, but at the same time, it kind of looks real. So
What can you believe? Yeah.
maybe they were like, yes, this is what it looked like, but this is not actual footage. But now we're going to pass it off as actual footage. Like, that's what's kind of getting deceiving through AI recently. But no, so obviously the MOA or MOU, yeah, the Memorandum of Understanding, that shit's fucking canceled. The ceasefire,
Yeah,
that's canceled.
that's definitely. Yeah, I don't
Trump,
like.
Trump
At the first there
literally,
was a ceasefire.
yeah, keep going.
Then the ceasefire wasn't a ceasefire. It was just less fighting.
Yeah, I think that's why they
Now
literally
it's just
called it
like-
a Memorandum of Understanding.
It makes no sense. We're being told one thing, but again, they're arguing like children. U.S. says no, we didn't do that or this, and that. Or yeah, you did do that. And they're like, no, you did that. And then like, no, back in the, it's back and forth.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, literally.
They all are presidents of countries. Y'all need to get your stuff together, man.
Right. It's like y'all just keep running
Innocent
back to
people
the
are
same
dying.
problem. And
Trump ain't on the front line.
yeah, I just thought about this too. Trump was really against the fact that Iran was charging like these commercial container ships. Sorry, I got a lot of gas.
Ooh.
But today, Trump said that we're going to start charging ships 20% to protect them through the strait.
So now we're just taking money to protect them?
Yeah, like that's
you
what we're
can't do
saying
it for
is we're
free?
protecting them. No. Even
I
though
mean-
just a couple months ago we were doing it for free. Look, I understand it, but you can't get mad at Iran when they were controlling the strait.
And
then-
yeah, putting and telling them to pay them because now we're just kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I don't want to get charged, so come through here. And then Iran's like, hold on, they owe us money. And the U.S. is like, no, the Strait of Hormuz is open. That means it doesn't cost anybody money to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. That's not how this is working, Iran. Bomb.
Bob.
But then, today, they get all upset, and then now the U.S. is like, all right, well, we're going to start charging now. What?
Huh?
Where does it... The logic doesn't make sense. So now I don't even understand what we're doing with this fight in Iran. Is it over nuclear shit? Is it really just over the Strait of Hormuz?
See, that is the real kicker. I really thought it was over the nuclear stuff. Then he said he didn't care at one point, didn't he?
Now he doesn't care. That was literally what this memorandum of understanding kind of put in. The clause was like,
I got an idea.
Well-
Okay, I kind of see what's coming out. I think.
ooh,
Let me English.
ooh.
I think what's happening is now that we see Israel as the threat of a nation, like please excuse that beep. I'm sorry. I don't know why he keeps doing
Every
that.
single time you hear it, drink. And every single time
I
he
swear-
yawns, drink.
I swear I put batteries in it and it doesn't work. It just beeps itself alive. But anyway,
Beepy.
Israel is now a threat to us.
Beep.
So therefore, I don't think we care about nuclear warheads because they know they're not capable to put them across the seas. But we do know they're capable of hitting Israel. In the beginning, we were protecting Israel, so we're like, you gotta stop the nuclear stuff. We're kind of bending over Israel, like we were helping Israel. So now that I think we're out with Israel and we're done with it, we don't care about them having nukes because we're not gonna be the ones getting hit with it.
No.
Now
That
we just
makes
want to get
sense.
our oil and all that, get our oil through and out.
I wonder, okay. That actually does make me think then what's going to happen to freaking Jeffrey Epstein news. Something else is going to come out probably this week.
Yeah, we should
because
have.
everything fucking pops out as soon as we do an episode. As soon as we do an
And then we
episode.
gotta cover it. We gotta do 2 if we have to. I'll do another on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be like that. It might just have to, or maybe even Thursday.
Yeah.
Just get something
I'm
out.
down.
I'm down. All right, bet. That might be in the works. We might be doing a lot of content this week and next week because I'm going out on my honeymoon, and I know Justin doesn't really want to have to do a podcast by himself.
Yeah, it's nice to have a no co-host to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, and
so we're gonna try to get ahead of it.
Yeah, and honestly, it'd probably be not. We've been doing podcasts for. I mean, this is what episode 42 or something like that. Mm-hmm. We've been on it for damn near a year, once a week. So
and we're pretty proud of that, man. Now we just got to get even more if possible. It's just hard, you know. We got having a full-time job sucks.
Yeah, especially because I just fired.
We got wives now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we both wifed up.
We wifed
for all my video watchers. Look at the ring. But
so, yeah, and then having a kid. So I'm hoping that doesn't slow down the podcasting, and hopefully I can stick. I could stick to the one podcast a week still.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't, become a problem. But if it does, I'll try to find free time. My baby's going to come first, y'all. Y'all know that.
Of course, of course.
It's my newborn.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why hopefully
maybe I'll start seeing her during the podcast. Maybe I'll have her rocking in here.
We'll see. We'll see. Try to.
We'll see. Just changes going on. That's all.
What else you got on that? I mean, honestly, we could keep going on and on. Yeah.
I could just do a little summary of what we've had this past week.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
Just a nice little week. So since July 7th, we've had U.S. launch new strikes. And what happened, and this is verified. I made sure I tell AI to verify all this, cite its sources. You got to ask the right questions.
Real quick. You know how I've been getting, Justin has been kind of on the fence with AI. He's been using it a little bit more recently, and he's understanding that prompting matters. You can just talk to AI and get it to literally say whatever you want, but if you ask it specific things, you're going to get specific things.
It really does work like that. And that's the thing. It won't make up anything if you're asking it to tell it the sites and sources. Like, if you got the sources and all that, then I guess that's a bad source and that's a bad site.
Yep.
And don't trust it no more.
Yep.
But it'll find it.
I like that.
So it says since July 7th, the U.S. carried out a new round of military strikes inside Iran. According to the U.S. officials, these strikes were in response to attacks on commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. also revoked the oil license that had allowed limited Iranian oil sales. So meaning they could make some money, but not a lot. These actions represented one of the biggest escalations since the ceasefire agreement earlier this year, which the ceasefire is not really.
Right. Really call it a memorandum of understanding. Yeah. Because it was never a ceasefire to begin with.
And the U.S. positions on this says the government says struck military targets and intended to protect commercial shipping and acted in self-defense to deter further attacks. Iran says that the strikes violated the ceasefire. The U.S. is responsible for undermining negotiations. It reserves the right to respond militarily. But again, how are you going to say we broke the ceasefire? We're not even firing at y'all. We're not really in the war.
Right. How are you going to say that we are breaking ceasefire when y'all are the ones shooting at commercial ships?
Civilians, yes.
Right. Civilian commercial ships. Yeah.
They're not.
So you're gonna say we broke it? No, I thought we agreed to open up the fucking strait.
Exactly.
That don't sound open to me.
So open. They just trying.
You broke the ceasefire. I'm gonna break it as well. Dang, I heard that.
Negotiations continue, but the ceasefire weakened. During this week, President Trump stated the U.S. had agreed to continue talks with Iran. I'm sorry. Every time I want to yawn, I just do that and it goes away. At the same time, he also declared the ceasefire was effectively over. Mediators from Qatar and other regional states reportedly continued attempting to restart negotiations. Okay. The Strait of Hormuz became a major flashpoint. Nearly every major event this week centered on the Strait of Hormuz, through which one roughly which roughly 1/5 of the world's traded oil normally passes. So yeah, I think you are right. And being you both kind of right about that. Like, I think more it's more about the Strait of Hormuz now, not nuclear weapons. Because I mean,
Yeah.
if Israel gets blown up, it gets blown up. We don't care for them no more, supposedly.
Yeah. We're kind of, well, they haven't been in the media all so much.
Mm-mm.
At least not that I've
Maybe
seen.
Netanyahu is dead.
I think there was an interview with him literally this past week.
Okay.
Think he is okay.
So he said about Joe Biden.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Stunt double, bodied up, bro. I've been
He's like
also
he'd grown
seeing.
3 feet. I'm like, whoa, this motherfucker tall.
I think fucking news. Speaking of just like clones and stuff, I think news media are using AI
That would make sense.
because like their faces sometimes are not lining up correctly.
Imagine AI news. We don't
I
even
don't
have
know.
anchors no more.
See, but that's where I should have probably. Anyway, the way I think they're using AI is to boost the quality of their stream. I don't think it's necessarily an AI person and AI voice. I think they're literally going through and like smoothing out people's faces and, you know, making their eyes like glossier so they pop more on the screen. I think they're putting an outline on people. Like the way you can use AI is more than just fake content. It could
Well,
also
if
be
it's
to
just Photoshop
enhance,
it, that's fine.
but it's
Who really cares
live.
about how good it looks?
Right, that's my point. So you're using this whole big fucking talk about AI is sucking up water and all this bullshit, and now the US news outlets are using it to fucking enhance themselves. That's what now that's just speculation because that's what it looks
I
like.
still
But
want to really understand the water crisis with AI because matter cannot be created or destroyed.
yeah, we said that in the last episode.
So like, where the hell is the water going? Is it just
Right.
bad water that cannot be filtered again?
Because of all the
Like
chemicals.
if you burn water, it steams. But again, even if there's chemicals in the water, can't we get it out?
I don't know because those are forever chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
They're
And
forever whatever.
microplastics and like
Yeah,
oil stuff. So like, I feel like there's a way to water like reverse osmosis or some kind of filtration we could do.
I'm sure there
Like
is.
water is abundant. Well, you can make salt water, fresh water, right? And know what desalination plants are.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
It's taking like the evaporated water and using it as like it's taking like the evaporation of water.
and just like in nuclear power
and then
plants, they use
filtering
water
it.
to cool the reactor.
Yeah,
Steam. Steam doesn't go anywhere; it recollects.
yeah. And you can use steam to power
reused,
things.
yeah. Exactly.
Steam
See, someone
powered
said a
engines.
nuclear generator, a nuclear energy is basically like an over complicated steam reactor
Yeah, I think it is.
in a way.
Yeah, because it's
It just uses nuclear
super
material
fission.
as a
Yeah.
exactly
And it's
as
just
a
fission.
fusion,
Yeah, fusion. Not
fusion or
fission,
fusion. It's one of them.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're not.
Um,
What is the word? So many bird words you talk about nuclear, not no biochemistry or nuclear industry.
so 11 minutes ago, as of July 13th at 7:41 Alabama time, it says on CNN, so don't know how reliable this is. At least a dozen U.S. military aircraft airborne over the Middle East as strikes continue.
Damn.
So at least a dozen U.S. military aircraft were seen operating over the Middle East early Tuesday morning as the U.S. continued strikes on Iran. So about
They just do it
3:30
straight for us,
a.m. Iran time.
dude.
It included 9 KC-135Rs and 2 KC-45A refueling tankers, several intelligence and surveillance aircraft, including an E-3B Sentry Airborne, warning and control system plane, and a U.S. Navy Poseidon P-8 maritime surveillance aircraft were also visible on flight tracking radar. If those are available on flight tracking radar, imagine the shit that's not available.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to see a lot of these things.
Mm-mm. Like a stealth bomber, can they see that?
I don't know. I don't think so. And like
Like it's supposed to be
F-35s
stealth,
or
yeah.
F-30, whatever the fucking
Newest
like
ones.
missile jets are that literally just be shooting shit. Like the actual fighter jets.
Yeah.
I don't think those
Like
are
F-16s.
Yeah, like F-16s and stuff. I don't think you can see them on like flight tracking radars, but you can see some of the refueling tankers that they rely on. So why is a fuel tanker up in the air? Because it's fueling up these fucking F-16s or whatever the new ones are, F-22s.
Yeah, because I know like our jets don't have they can't be up for too long, so they have to refuel constantly. They burn through fuel. It's a freaking jet.
Yeah, and they can
So I'm
literally
guessing if they want to stay,
while
right in the air. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they just plug up, refill, and then go back to the bomber runs until you're out of ammunition.
Yep, literally until you're out of ammunition. And you just keep circling and doing circles or flybys or whatever until you catch something you want to hit. So literally an hour and 4 something minutes ago, the key thing Trump has said as U.S. launches fresh strikes Iran. In an interview with conservative radio host Hugh Hewitt, Trump said, "We're going to hit them very hard tonight, and we're going to hit them hard tomorrow." So he said Iran didn't honor the test. So Trump on Monday said that the MOU didn't mean much, and he previously described it as an agreement with Iran that achieves everything we set to accomplish, ending the current conflict, reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and preventing Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. I didn't know that was inside of the fucking memorandum of understanding. I thought it was just like, we're going to put inspectors back in. But then he calls up the inspectors.
Enriching too much.
Right. Which we were already fucking doing. Anyway, bro. I feel like we could talk about Iran for fucking days.
Well, you want to go ahead and show them the video? We'll play the video and move on.
So there's like a little 4-minute video that I'm going to show y'all. Let's see if pop up this reference view.
Yes, sir.
Also new tonight, we are less than 24 hours away from the U.S. restarting that blockade on Iranian ports. This is a big escalation. And it comes as we're getting yet another warning from the president. Guess what? More strikes, he says, are coming tonight. Listen to what he said in just the last maybe 60 minutes.
We're going to hit them very hard tonight. And we're going to hit them hard tomorrow. And there's not a damn thing they can do about it. They have nothing. They have nothing going other than they have big mouths.
It comes as U.S. Central Command says its forces will block ships again starting at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. The president announced that blockade earlier today. Remember, we haven't been in this position. Like, there hasn't been this kind of thing for a little bit. He says that the U.S., that America is the, quote, guardian of the Strait of Hormuz. And he says the U.S. is going to get a cut, reimbursed 20% on cargo that comes through it. The president's threatening more attacks after both sides exchanged strikes over the weekend. You're seeing some video of that here. Central Command saying it hit multiple Iranian naval and missile sites.
That's a boat
back
that just
and
went
forth, guess what? Sending oil prices spiking back up today. U.S. international crude surging something like 10%. On the international side, that's the biggest one-day spike we've seen since the war began. Let me bring in Courtney Kuby, who's joining us now. Well, this was a day you got the blockade's back, and now he's going to strike again tonight. What's going on?
Yeah, so the blockade's not surprising. Actually, we've been that's been on the table for about a week now. And that's because it did work in many ways in stopping Iran from getting oil in and out of the Strait of Hormuz. The strikes tonight, I think that's what we really need to be watching for, though, Hallie, because the president, look, sometimes he has this bluster and this bravado in his comments, but at this point, the U.S. military has taken a lot of strikes against coastal facilities and sites around the Strait of Hormuz. And now there is the real possibility that the U.S. could expand that out and start going after locations that are further inside the country of Iran and potentially after additional locations, things like infrastructure, and maybe, as he has even threatened, going after nuclear facilities.
I'm doing something that is so annoying. As you were literally speaking, CENTCOM put out a statement. I have it on my laptop. Hang on. Here it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it with you here. I just pulled it up. They posted it. That they began launching the third consecutive night of strikes against Iran. They say these strikes will continue. So it's happening. The strikes that the president previewed that you just laid out, they're happening as we speak. Saying that this will, here's the rationale, Cora, and can you kind of decode this as you're pulling this up? I know on your phone, too. I'll ask our team to pull it up if we can in the control room. that these strikes will continue imposing a heavy cost on Iranian forces and degrade their ability to attack innocent civilians and commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, so that's the exact same justification and that we have heard for over a week.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The question is, though, they have taken a lot of strikes against these locations along the coast. So coastal radar sites, anti-ship cruise missiles, drone launching facilities, the kinds of things that are literally threatening commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. And unlike during the ceasefire, when Iran was able to move additional things closer to the coast, they haven't really had the time in the last 7 or 8 days since this really ticked back up again. So the real question now is, are they going to go after things again that are further inland? We saw a little bit of that late last week when they went after a bridge that U.S. CENTCOM said was directly used for military reinforcement of coastal facilities.
Can this still reliably be called retaliation, like accurately be called retaliation when the U.S. is continuing to pound, Iranian targets like this?
They are going to continue to call it retaliation because no one wants to say that this is a return to major combat operations.
Is it a return to major combat operations?
Is it a slow march towards it? Because when the U.S. military is taking strikes every single day, what is that? Now, I will say Iran did fire at least one anti-ship cruise missile and a drone at a commercial ship yesterday. So this is allegedly in response to that.
I'm going to go let you go look at your email.
So, just real quick as well, they're saying they're blowing up all these sites that are obviously tied to Iran military and such.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Trump say not too long ago that the Iran military is no more? That there is no such thing as an Iran military because they blew it to fucking shreds?
Possibly. I would have to check, but I'm pretty sure that's truthful.
I think it is. I think he literally... I'm going to have to go probably...
But then again, they say you can't kill an ideology, so you killed the army. But they have more. They have cousins. They got brothers, fathers. Look at him typing away.
I know it's not necessarily... Yeah, you'll never be able to really, kill the ideology that's going on over there, but you can wipe out a military.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
pretty... illegal civilians.
Yeah, well, yeah. But
See,
I think
thought
Trump...
that was a hard thing. It's like, how do you know what's a civilian or not? Don't they dress the same?
Well, they're everything that's on the coast. I don't think they're necessarily going after people. They're going after, everything that can take over the Strait of Hormuz. So they're going after, ports where they release all these drones. They're taking out facilities that builds the drones and all that. And they were saying in the video that Iran kind of had time to move everything a while back ago. But because this started up again so sudden, Iran really hasn't had the time to move operations around. We're kind of hitting them with everything we got right now. And they also claimed that this is a retaliation strike and not just another, opening up of the war.
Yeah, because also, didn't we kill the leader, on 4th of July?
Did we?
Or, the day before? I thought we did. I thought we were, mourning over...
No, that was the funeral. So they were able to have their funeral for the Ayatollah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were in a memorandum of understanding. I think the tensions had died down a little bit. I don't think the U.S. was necessarily striking Iran for probably a week or so. And so Iran, I bet, felt comfortable enough to have a funeral of the Ayatollah.
Man, I'm telling you, they released Black Ops 2 on PS5 and all that. Reopen the servers because they know Mendez is about to come out of Iran.
You think so?
I don't know, bro. But that was the whole plot of Black Ops 2 was Mendez taking over with all the drones and everything.
Yeah.
Having a drone army.
We're about to have a drone
cities.
Swarm.
Because wasn't there a mission in Black Ops 2 where you're in a jet literally fighting in a city?
I think so. I have to go play it again. I mean, it's
I'm
back
about
on
to
the
have
freaking
to, y'all.
game. It's back
Servers
on the
are
game.
open, y'all.
Yeah.
Get back
Maybe
into Black Ops 2 nostalgia.
Dude, we might hop on there. So if y'all want to, hit us up in the Discord, Join us up on the
We'll
Discord.
stream. We might stream it. Hop on
Yeah.
the YouTube or the TikTok.
Yeah, but if you really want to hang out with us and play some Black Ops, join the Discord. We'll let y'all know whenever we start playing it. You'll obviously see when we start playing it. And then jump in the party with us. Hang out with your boys.
Yeah, and if y'all do join the Discord, can't they add us personally?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if y'all want to add us personally, Discord a message to us.
Yeah.
You usually always sit in the Discord. We'll see it pop up.
It's right there. It's right there on the screen. Yep. So go join the Discord. Hit us up. We're going to... Yeah. I've been working on a few things like I've always said, but... yeah. There was... Anything else you want to talk about on the Strait of Hormuz or Iran or any global politics?
I feel like it's been one of the most ongoing problems. I just want to keep up to date about it, really.
Yeah. Would you say we're in World War III technically?
I would say, I wouldn't say we're in a world war because, we aren't being drafted, stuff like that. Only the U.S. I feel like I should have been drafted if they are doing a draft. Because everyone has to sign up for, the selective service, right?
Ooh, I hope y'all didn't hear that. Yeah, but that's just a draft.
Do you think we have a lot of military members right now? How much
I think
military
so.
members do we have?
And
I know
think
that we're
about
still
it, too.
strong for defending the U.S., obviously.
Well, yeah, we got our boys in the U.S. packing up.
And shout out to all y'all that did what I could never do.
Yeah, facts. Thank you for protecting my freedoms, even if the freedoms at home aren't necessarily all that free. You're still doing a good thing.
I will still
Don't
say
give up on that.
F you to whoever because y'all gave me that freedom of speech.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And I'll also say I love you. And I'll preach the gospel because it's the freedom of speech.
Yeah, it is. The only reason I say that it could be World War III is going on right now is because, Russia and Ukraine are in a full-out war. Israel and Iran, Israel and Palestine, Syria, I think they have literal civil wars going on. Or no, is that Sudan maybe? That's Sudan.
Might be. Yeah, Sudan.
No,
that's
Syria
Sudan, maybe.
and Sudan.
And then they're also killing Christians in Africa, yeah.
Yep. Somalia is also having some crazy shit. Dude, there's so many wars going on across the world right now that I would almost consider it a world war. If all the countries are at not good terms with each other, ain't that a world war? Everybody's fighting, taking sides.
Because during World War II and all that, or World War I, didn't all the nations picked a side?
Yeah.
And
But
then
at first, I think they were
worked
fighting
together.
each other.
I don't know.
Well, obviously, there was a couple
history
of
is written by the victor, so.
Yes, that is true. That is true. And I think this war is totally different. You don't need bodies.
This is our first war that's publicized on the internet. You can see what's happening in real time.
Yeah, and
They
you
got
don't need
GoPros
bodies.
when they're fighting. Yeah, we just need robots. Money.
We need unmanned
This whoever has
drones.
money.
Literally, you throw
Think
a
about
boat.
that. We got the richest person in the world in our country.
Yeah.
He fires
Oh.
rockets.
I don't think he is the richest in the world.
Well, other than
I think somebody in Saudi,
oil money.
yeah, Saudi Arabia, I think still has the richest prince.
But a trillionaire, that's still crazy.
Yeah, trillionaire.
The prince is undisclosed, but we know
Yes.
what Elon has.
Yeah, because he has to
Now-
in America.
He's got rockets, man. He could be like, hey, I'm gonna launch a rocket. It's gonna go up there. It's gonna refuel some stuff, and maybe not be another satellite. Psych. There's a nuclear warhead on it. Played everybody. It's like it's going to space. Hey, why's it coming back down?
Why is it coming back down?
Literally, it just drops on a foreign country.
Yeah,
No one would see it
Damn.
coming.
damn.
It's a pretty
That's what I
good
was saying.
one, huh?
Why can't they just do that now? Like, what's stopping anybody from releasing a nuclear warhead and being like, no, no, guys, don't worry. It's not a nuke. It's just a regular missile.
It's a regular
Boom.
rocket. Psh. See, I think you would notice once it comes back to reentry. That's when I think a radar will pick
ballistic
it up.
missile.
But then again, it would be too late, I thought.
Right. And what
Once
would it
it's
pick
re-entering.
up? That it's a missile? Oh, somebody's shooting a missile at us. You don't really know if it's a nuclear equipped missile. Unless
I
it
guess
goes
you,
off
I mean, I know
and releases nuclear fucking
you would
dust
only
everywhere.
know it's a nuke if it's like intercontinental. If it like goes to space and does the loop. But then again, we dropped a nuke on Japan with a plane.
Yeah. And
A
we send
propeller plane.
ICBMs all over the place.
Like
We
if we
sent
really
an
wanted to drop a
ICBM over into
nuke,
fucking Iran not too long ago.
yes, that's the
Intercontinental
thing.
missile.
If you really want to drop nukes, why launch it from a warhead? Just fly the jet over there and drop it.
Exactly. And then how does anybody know that you're dropping a nuke?
It's a regular missile.
Right. And then you get a fucking Iranian plane. You bring it back to US, you put a nuke inside of it, and now it looks like there's an Iranian plane flying across the fucking strait and dropping a nuke. I told y'all guys, Iran had a nuke.
I mean, that's a good one. It's a false
There ain't
flag.
nothing stopping that. There's
Dude,
literally
anything
nothing
can
stopping
happen in
that.
this world, dude. Like, I feel like they could counter a nuke, though. You know, like if you drop it, and then like the gold, like they have an air defense that shoots it. Does that like disable a nuke, right?
Not if because once it's dropped, it's already in effect. Yeah,
It's armed, but like,
yeah.
okay, that's a good one to ask AI.
But
Like once you, like if you drop a nuke and it's falling and then you intercept it, does it still go off?
I would think so because the nuke has already been activated. Like it gets activated before it's dropped, and then it has a certain amount of seconds before it, releases its fusion or whatever it does. But also, what I was saying earlier while you looked this up is the world is fought. The worlds are wars. Oh my gosh, words. World still can't do it. Wars are fought differently than they were 20 years ago. There's a lot more drones. Like you have unmanned vehicles, unmanned flying vehicles, unmanned boats. Like there's no longer a man in the position of dying. It's just tech going and blowing things up. So you really don't need bodies and draft. Oh, what'd you just find?
This is funny. It says, if you mean, can you drop a nuclear bomb from an aircraft and shoot it down with modern technology? The general answer is, in principle, sometimes, but not reliably enough to count on. It says a free-falling bomb is a very difficult target.
Not anymore, I don't think.
It is, but that's what I asked with modern technology. It says it's relatively small, falls at very high speed. There's a short window to detect, track, and engage it. Modern air defense systems are primarily designed to intercept aircraft, cruise missiles, drones, or ballistic missiles, not gravity bombs.
Oh. So it would have to be an equipped warhead.
Because like heat sink, that's how some air defense system works, is heat. But if you just drop it, it ain't got a heat to it, it's just falling. It ain't got a thrust.
That's true.
Some advanced missile defense and air systems could potentially hit a falling object under favorable conditions, but there's no guarantee of successful intercept. Even if a nuclear bomb were physically damaged or intercepted, that does not necessarily mean it would produce a nuclear explosion. Nuclear weapons require a very precise sequence of events to detonate as designed. However, destroying or damaging one could still spread hazardous radioactive material or create another serious consequence. So the short answer,
they just don't know.
Is it could be intercepted, possibly under the right circumstances. It is something militaries would rely on? No.
Yeah,
Preventing
it's like
the aircraft from reaching its release point is generally considered to be much more practical. So if there's a jet flying above and it wants to drop something, better blow it up before it drops it.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
basically what
pretty
they're
much.
saying.
And
Because you
yeah,
can shoot the nuclear warhead, but then you got radioactive material that's going to sit there for hundreds of years.
yeah, that doesn't guarantee that the nuke doesn't go off. It just goes off a little bit more in the air.
Yeah. Or it's not as big of an explosion.
Right. You're like, okay, you blew up the bomb that was coming down. So what? You still just rained nuclear fucking rain all over people. Like no matter what.
That is
Or
smart.
we could destroy it in just enough time to where nothing does go off. Like I'm sure if you just shoot it with a couple like 50 cal shots, you might mess up some of its like targeting systems and things like that. But if you try to take a nuke out in the air with a missile, then you're blowing up the whole fucking thing. You're releasing all of it.
For that damn beeping, y'all.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So I said if you hit it with heavy fire, could it, in theory, disable the nuke? In theory, yes. Damaging a nuclear weapon with gunfire or other impacts could make it inoperable or prevent it from functioning as designed. Nuclear weapons are highly engineered devices and depend on extremely precise components and timing. However,
Right.
there are important caveats. A nuclear weapon is not like something that explodes simply because it is struck by bullets. It's a nuclear detonation that requires specific sequences of events. Yeah, like you have to timer delay if you use all that.
Yeah.
Modern nuclear weapons are designed with multiple safety features to reduce the risk of an accidental nuclear explosion if they are dropped, stuck, or involved in an accident.
Yeah, think about it. If you're like carrying a nuclear warhead to some place, and let's say a fucking, now this is really crazy, but let's just say an 18-wheeler has a nuclear warhead sitting on it. Because you got to travel it from one base to the other. If that truck gets in a wreck
That's true.
and that bitch goes off, then you just fucking nuked yourself. Congratulations.
That's happened though. We've had bombers drop nukes on U.S. soil. And the only reason they didn't go off is because one of the safety features stopped it.
Yeah.
Out of the like 6 to 5 safety features it has, one of them worked and it stopped.
Yeah.
We would have had a nuke in our freaking country multiple times.
On ourselves, on us.
On ourselves.
We did
our
that.
own weapon fell on our soil, blew up.
Dude, that's got to be embarrassing.
Even if the weapon were disabled, damaging it could still be extremely hazardous. The conventional explosives inside it could potentially ignite or detonate some circumstances. The radioactive materials could be dispersed, creating a serious contamination hazard. Yeah.
So
So
even
it's
though
like-
it might not
it's just not
blow
good to
up
do.
and spread, it could still rain down fucking nuclear material
Yeah.
in a
So
smaller
instead of
location.
Instead of being turned into a shadow, you can be slowly killed and mutated by radioactive material
Hey,
and radioactive
like-
death.
I'm trying to get like gamma radiation and turn into the Hulk.
Doesn't I feel like a nuke
I
does
feel like
have
that's what
gamma, doesn't
nuclear.
it?
Well, I also don't even know if gamma. I think gamma is just kind of what they used to like, say. I don't know how to even put that. I think gamma ray is a real thing, but like,
Yeah, it's real. It
I
says
think
that
that
nuclear
Marvel-
explosion produces gamma radiation, but it's
Really?
only one part of the radiation emitted. And nuclear detonation releases several types of ionizing radiation. Gamma rays, extremely high energy electromagnetic radiation that can penetrate deeply into materials and living tissue. A burst of gamma radiation is released immediately during the explosion.
yeah. And do you know what the fucking gamma radiation bursts are? They're the brightest, most energetic explosions in the universe, releasing more energy in a few seconds than our sun will in its entire 10 billion year lifespan. So when these
Is that
fucking
true though?
yes, yes, it's a gamma ray burst.
The sun is a straight up fusion reaction for billions of years.
Yeah,
I mean, damn. Doesn't it reach the temperature of the sun as well?
yeah, yes, actually, yeah, I think so.
Like
So-
the surface is at least 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
So a long GRB, aka a gamma ray burst, these are caused by dramatic collapses of massive stars that form black holes. and those are longer than 2 seconds. A short GRB, these occur when ultra-dense, compact objects like neutron stars merge together. So when you have literal stars that collapse into each other, they produce gamma ray bursts, which are the most energetic explosives in the universe, releasing more energy in a few seconds than our sun will in its entire 10 billion year lifespan.
So we basically harness the power of the stars with a nuke.
That makes sense why we're trying to use nuclear shit to power things. Because if you can even just get a second of that and contain it.
Well, I thought China was doing something like that, having like an actual fusion, like a small sun.
Yeah.
Actual
Yeah,
fusion.
they are. That makes total sense now. Because they're trying to just capture the fucking burst of a gamma ray burst.
Because they say like a Type 3 civilization can harness stars and literally get power from a star.
Yes.
So how far away are we that? If we create our own star and whatever, I mean, we could technically harness it.
For a few seconds every day, Earth is bombarded by gamma rays created by cosmologic events in distant galaxies.
Whoa.
However, the violence of the process begs the questions. What happens to the space surrounding a GRB? A few years ago, some astronomers thought that a GRB might wipe out all life of its host galaxy. I don't know, yeah. That does not mean that GRBs are not dangerous. Some theories suggest that anything caught in the beam out to a distance of 200 light years will be vaporized. I don't even understand what the fuck we're reading now. I was just trying to figure out if gamma radiation, if gamma radiation would give me fucking Hulk-like abilities, or if nuclear radiation will.
It would give you the ability to die quick.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just forever dream that I'm the Hulk.
You'll be dead thinking about being the Hulk.
Dude, that's goes
nuts.
into like
hearing it in those terms, that is literally the power of a star. They're more powerful in the second.
It's the power of a fucking black hole.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Just putting lotion on.
Which, yeah, just speaking of all these different universes, it started to actually make me think about the AI that I kept getting trapped into. There's this whole old AI theory that I thought was real. And I saw it on TikTok. And it's called SCP-079. It was nicknamed Old AI and is not a real classified artificial intelligence experiment. It's a fake entry from the SCP horror universe. In its story, the computer was built in 1978. A college student programmed a continuously evolving AI into it in 1981, forgot about it, and the AI later became sentient and attempted to transfer itself into a larger computer. Can hold conversations but is rude and hateful, has severely limited memory because of its ancient hardware, constantly looks for ways to escape onto a network, and has supposedly advanced beyond what its hardware should realistically support.
Well,
bro, I was seeing
sense.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, holy shit, somebody did this back in the day. I start doing research on it. Well, first of all, I click on the little the Teo bot on TikTok, and it's like, yeah, man, it's all this happening and this happens, and it was done here. I go look it up on the internet, and it's like, bro, this is fucking fake. This is literally like a fictional story.
You got fooled.
I got fooled.
A fictional story, literally, but it's such a good fictional story that it's easy to believe.
Yeah, I believed it. I was like, because...
And I mean, think about it. That's a Black Mirror episode. I'll keep mentioning Black Mirror. The freaking little, whatever, the singularity when the guy plugged a USB into his head.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that he could only understand him on acid.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
That was a good one.
That's like understanding, DMT. People are saying they can see other creatures and in foreign life on DMT.
Yeah, but you can also be kicked out of the DMT realm.
What?
That makes no sense. Yes. You could be banned. People take so much DMT. Apparently, one of those guys was tripping, bro. He was like, I got kicked out of the DMT one. If I die, where am I going to go? Like, literally,
Damn.
they literally said, they're done. And now, every time he smokes DMT, he doesn't get a trip at all.
He at least doesn't go to that realm. You may.
Doesn't get nothing.
What? Okay, homie,
That's
your
what I don't
receptors
get.
are just fried.
That's what I don't
I mean,
get. Exactly. So, like,
you're just.
it's like, because your brain produces DMT. That's what makes us dream.
Yeah.
So, like, in a way, does that mean our dreams are somewhat real? If what happens in the DMT realm actually connects to what's going on in the real realm, and a dream comes from DMT, the same chemical, in a way, then somewhere's real. Because you can meet your friends in the DMT realm. Like a co-op trip. It's rare, but it can happen.
Yeah, and that's like, I've heard of people's like dreams syncing up. Okay, all that is also astral projection, is it not?
See, I've never done it. Never
neither.
experienced it, so like it's hard to explain. Is it the same world we live in now, but you can see beings that are in spirit?
Well, I think astral projection is being able to step outside of your dream. It's almost like lucid dreaming in a sense, but you have real world control.
Yeah. Like I've had lucid dreams, but it's like I'm nowhere in the real world. It was just a random dream somewhere. I was like, wait, I'm sleeping. I'm not actually real.
Yeah.
So then I manipulated my environment. I could do what I want.
But now I think people take that idea and then step outside of themselves.
Because like,
okay, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go into this body now.
So Jonathan talked about this at one point. He said he had like an astral projection. He said like he felt like he just woke up. He got up, looked around, got out of bed, looks back, and he's laying in the bed. And then he goes and walks out the door. He opens the door, walks out of it, I guess explores his house for a bit, and then goes back into his body. Now he says, I don't know if it was a dream or not, but I know for sure I close my door when I go to bed. And if I woke up in the astral form and opened that door shouldn't be open if it was a dream.
Yeah, and it was open when he woke up. Yep. So that's where I'm thinking it's taking like a lucid dream. And since you know you're in like that state of dream, you could step
so
out
like your
of
consciousness is in your spirit.
Well, DMT, you're in a whole different realm. If dreaming is DMT releasing, and then you start to control that, well, then you're in a different realm. So then you should be able to walk around freely in the realm. But we're so caught up in the dream.
That's a good debate. Because like if DMT is the same chemical that's released in dostress, and like, damn, I fucked that word up, I butchered it. If we have the same chemical in our brain when we sleep, what makes us not be able to control the same state we go into when we smoke it? Or
I think it's like an influx. It's like a dopamine. It's like adrenaline, I think.
so it's like you have too much, you don't have control over it?
Either.
Or
I
maybe if you
think
take a
it's
little
more of a
hit of
psyche.
DMT, you can control it?
I think it's like that. You take a little bit of hit of DMT, you might be able to control it. But I think there's a fine line. I also think chemicals in your body have to be balanced perfectly. And that's why when you sleep, you're able to release the DMT. Certain chemicals, certain heart rates.
Yeah, but again, also, okay,
perfect.
so think about it like this.
Okay.
You're in a dream. Now, your body, when it's asleep, it locks itself up. It makes to where you can't move. So when you're running in a dream, you're not in your bed running. Your body's locked down, paralyzed. So if you're in a DMT trip, can you still move and do all the actions and run and everything? Your body be paralyzed?
I would think so.
Because, like,
And so that makes sense why
At least the
you
Jonathan's experience, like when he talks about, it, he's like, I'll close my eyes and boom, I'm in the trip or whatever, and I can open my eyes and like see my
Yeah.
reality. Or does that
So
happen
what if you
when your eyes
close your
open?
I think you also have to be in type of REM for you to even get into the astral projecting part. I think you do have to be in like REM or something. I mean, first of
Yeah.
all, to even dream, you have to be in REM.
But just smoking enough to get you there. Like, what state is that? Does it put you in a state of REM? That's the thing.
And that's where I think people
If
trip.
in order to trip and have an experience on DMT, it's like the most beautiful thing ever. Does it put you in that sedative state, or do you already have to be in a calm state to not have a bad trip?
I think you have to be in a calm state not to have a bad trip. I mean, I think it can put you to sleep.
Or the bad trip is what makes you the better person.
I think it all depends on the experience and the person.
Because just like IB game, people say it's not an experience you want to do it again, but at that
Yeah.
experience, you're good. You don't need to do it again.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Yeah.
But I've never taken
So
these
weird.
like hard
Exactly.
drugs,
I've
so
never done psychedelics like that. I mean, maybe when it's legal. Shout out Texas, y'all doing good work.
There's one
they're
thing I've
trying to
always
get
wanted to try.
past-
I've always heard good things. It's ashwagandha.
I haven't even
Only-
heard of that.
Apparently, you go. Well, just look it up. Ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Like they have full on. It's almost like Ibogaine, but it's more of a. Ibogaine is kind of scares you out of your addiction almost.
Used for traditional
Ashwagandha.
Indian medicine, commonly as an adaptogen, meaning the substance claimed to help body handle stress. People often take ashwagandha supplements for things like stress, anxiety, sleep quality, exercise performance, general well-being. Research has been found some evidence of certain ashwagandha extracts may reduce perceived stress and improve sleep in some people. Results vary. It's not guaranteed
Not
treatment for everybody.
ashwagandha.
Yeah, what do you? No.
Who's I can't even say the word.
Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca. That's what it is. Ayahuasca. I'm not good at these damn linga bonga dinga dinga.
I just watched a lot of Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Ibogaine, ivermectin. I don't why are all these words gotta be so fucking close?
Ayahuasca, yes. So they
It's
say
ayahuasca.
ayahuasca was what was in like ancient churches.
Yeah.
And that's why people had these experiences, like they met God.
Yeah.
But
And
it's so
apparently, like-
weird how you can have such different trips off of psychological subs. Like, you got DMT, you got
That is DMT.
ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca is DMT.
It's a
It is-
oral activated DMT.
Yes, it is a DMT.
That's what it is.
Yep.
You get different trips off of it. Like acid. Acid is DMT too, right? Or is that just synthetic DMT?
I think it's synthetic DMT. I think it
Then
is.
what
I
the
think
hell?
it's. No, DMT is not acid. Okay, acid is LSD, which is a synthetic compound. LSD is synthetic. So yes, it's a synthetic DMT. DMT is a naturally occurring psychedelic tryptamine found in various plants and animals, and even in trace amounts in the human brain. While they both belong to the family of hallucinogens and affect serotonin receptors in the brain, they have different chemical structures and effects. A DMT trip is extremely intense but brief, only lasting about 15 to 60 minutes. An LSD trip is genuinely less intense but lasts much longer, up to 12 hours.
Yeah, okay, so I got a list pulled up. So it says LSD, which is acid, a synthetic chemical called lysergic acid dithylamine.
Dithylamine.
Mainly affects serotonin 5-HT2A receptors, visually disorients, or altered sense of time, intense thoughts, emotional changes. I thought I was going to say emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Psilocybin, I only took psilocybin once, y'all. Never again. It was probably fake, probably synthetic. Ate it in Tennessee, thought it was cool. It's in a chocolate bar. Messed me up. Naturally occurring compound in certain mushrooms, the body converts psilocybin into
Yeah, big ass word.
psilocin? I don't know, and it's a smaller word.
Wow.
Psilocybin into psilocin. Similarly, serotonin effects to LSD, visually changes, altered thinking, emotional experiences, sometimes mystical feelings. I didn't feel mystical. I felt like I was dying. Literally.
Damn.
Then you got
That's like
DMT. That's
that
the
was like LSD
naturally
because it's
occurring.
synthetic.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. Psilocybin's a magic mushroom, so it's not synthetic.
It can still be a mushroom and like synthetically grown, which would make it an LSD, right?
I mean, if you grow the mushroom, how is it synthetic if it grew?
The same way that they're making synthetic meat plants.
That's growing meat in a lab. You can't grow a mushroom
Yeah.
and say that's fake. That came out the ground. You fake mushroom?
How do we know it's coming out the ground?
Well, how do we know it's fake? If it grows like grass, I feel like it's natural, right?
But they're synthetic. Okay, wait, yeah, you're right. But okay, they make synthetic fucking seeds. Okay,
But it still
if
grows.
they're using
It
chemicals,
just grows a different way.
but if they're using chemicals to make it grow, it's synthetic. I don't give a shit. I'll argue that one.
See, even
They make-
psilocybin says it's a naturally occurring compound in the certain mushrooms.
Psilocybin, then maybe it's just a psilocybin. I don't know.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
DMT is a naturally occurring one as well, found in some plants, animals, and also made synthetically.
Yeah.
Strong serotonin activity, very intense, short-lasting experience, vivid imagery, and altered perception. And then there's mescaline, mescaline, a psychedelic compound found in some cacti, including peyote and San Pedro. Serotonin-related effects, long-lasting psychedelic experience with visual and emotional changes. I heard some things about a peyote. That's a plant
where
too.
that's where meth
That
I
was in
think
GTA.
comes from.
I took that peyote in GTA and I turned into a freaking wolf.
Yeah, I thought that was where meth comes from. Like what's that plant? Poppy and
Poppy is
Peyote.
meth, yes.
yeah. I
Like
thought
that's
that was
literally that's why we were like in Iraq for. We were
Yeah.
protecting Poppy. And then all of a sudden we got crack on the street.
yeah. Oh. Oh, I wonder how.
Wonder how. And then there's MDMA, a synthetic drug containing 3,4-methyl-methamphetamine. Jeez, that's a big ass word. I said it all wrong. Dude. That's like it's like a 29-letter word.
Damn.
How to count them all. Increases serotonin and dopamine and norepinephrine release. Isn't that kind of like epinephrine? Euphoric, emotional openness, increased energy can have psychedelic-like effects, but is usually classified separately. It says MDMA is basically ecstasy and Molly.
Dude, I don't even understand. I just know one day I do want to try ayahuasca.
Yeah,
'Cause
hopefully
I
it
just
becomes
hear-
legal in this new acts.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
how you want
people-
to tell adults that we can't take something, but we can smoke a cigarette?
Yeah. I smoked a cigarette the other fucking day. That shit was crazy. I was like, damn, this shit.
You're a bad person. That's just nasty.
It was kind of nasty.
You should have brought the cigars.
I know. I was so upset. Don't even get me started, bro. I was so upset.
We'll still smoke them since you got them.
Yeah. Fact. So I might just have a fucking. I might find it. You know what? On your birthday, I might just come over and smoke a couple
Yeah,
cigars.
that's what I'm talking about. Let's smoke a cigar, I guess.
Let's smoke a cigar, a stogie, a hoagie. That's a
and
hoagie.
dog.
Is that a hoagie? I don't even fucking know. I think a hoagie's a bread.
It is. It's a sandwich, I think.
Yeah.
Again, ketamine, a synthetic anesthetic drug, mainly affects glutamine NMDA receptors. So it's not MDMA, it's NMDA. Disassociation, dreamlike states, altered body perception. Then there's salvia. Contains salvinorin A from a salvia plant. Acts mainly on kappa opioid receptors. Very unusual, short, intense dissociative hallucinations. So I think salvia was like, that was when Ari Shafir, I believe he did that. You can still find the video. Took a huge rep of salvia, and that's when he had like a hallucination. Now he was underwater, had a whole life, 6 months in his whole brain. Like he lived, he had a whole family, job, and then he came out of the hallucination freaking out.
Bro, I think that was DMT.
You think?
Yes, it was a DMT trip. He
I
lived
swear I
underwater
heard of
for
salvia.
6 months and had a whole
Yeah.
family, even though his trip only lasted 10 minutes.
Literally.
Yeah. Has discussed his experiences with DMT and ayahuasca. While he tried smoking DMT once, he recounted that the experience acted more as a gatekeeper and he didn't fully break through. Whereas ayahuasca experiences and notorious salvia trips resulted in profound, full-blown human. Yes. So you're right.
So DMT didn't do it from, but salvia and ayahuasca did.
Yeah. So he's saying that DMT, he smoked it in the backyard and it was described as seeing a massive caterpillar descend from the tree branches. What looked at him for a minute, simply said, no, and then retreated back up, while the woman he was with experienced a total ego death and claimed she died and came back. Shafir felt the caterpillar acted as a gatekeeper, preventing him from fully entering the trip.
See, that's what I was talking about people being locked out of DMT.
That means
It's like, no,
no,
you don't get to experience this.
That's because
That's
you're not
weird.
clean. Like there's certain things you got to be like free of, and your like
Or
mind has
accept
to be
it. Like
set
you can't
right.
fight it. It's
Right.
like, yeah, you're not ready for this, so you're not going to experience it.
Yeah.
Like, how's a drug going to tell me what I'm ready for and what I'm not?
I think that's how people OD, dog. I'm not even gonna lie.
That did sound like how people OD.
I think it is.
How can
They're
I, how
like,
much?
Oh hell no!
How much
You're
fent
not
can I
about to-
take? Maybe if I take more, I'll be even higher.
I think you just take a little fent, and they're like, "Nah, you ain't gonna trip off this." Okay, bet I'll take more.
And they bite the
You
dust.
just croak.
It's that quick.
Yeah.
Dang. Because I swear that, like, I don't know. We had the fent limp before fent was a thing. I thought it was like horse tranquilizer or something.
Yeah, that's what it was at first, and then they just, I guess, started taking
Like,
fent for
literally,
the
and it's
fuck
like,
of
you
it.
can't fall asleep.
Medical
So that's why I
grade
got to stay
fent.
standing because you'll die.
Yeah. Your whole body just turns off, I guess. So Shafir also shared details about participating in an Amazonian ayahuasca retreat. During the ceremonies, participants sit across from a fire while a Sherman chants, beats them with leaves, and rubs stones all over them. For Shafir, the bruise, which he described as tasting heavily like an ashtray, led to deep introspection, allowing him to observe his own ego and reflect on his life without emotional detachment. And then you have the
Does that sound
notorious
like a-
salvia trip. Because of how intense it was, his story of smoking a massive dose 80 times of salvia are frequently conflated with his DMT or psychedelic stories. Shafir reported that he completely lost touch with reality, hallucinating that he was living underwater for 6 months.
Yeah, I was
He had an
right.
entirely new life, a job, even a mermaid girlfriend, all while his physically coming back to reality within just 8 minutes. That
Would
just
be
ridiculous.
crazy. Because you think your actual life, when you're in that state, that's your life.
That scared the fuck out of me.
That's Yeah, you
6
wake up, you had
months?
a whole wife. Yeah. And it was
Do you
8
just
minutes.
not remember anything? You just wake up one day and you're like,
You remember.
I'm under the water.
like you remember, like, oh, see, that's
Hell
the
no.
thing about disassociating from reality. When you smoke that, you completely fall out of touch of what we're doing right now. You only start from wherever it puts you, and that's the only thing you can perceive at the time.
Which is literally like a dream. Because in my dream, I'm
But
like,
the dream, you can remember it. You can remember this whole trip. That's how he's able to tell the story about it. Because when he comes to reality, it completely shatters him. You're like,
Yeah.
I was
He's like,
underwater.
that was literally in my dream
That's like
the
a
other night
past
where it's like,
life.
yeah, I got shot. I literally felt it. What are you talking about? Like, I understand the feeling. Like, what do you mean I didn't get shot? I've never been shot before. I understand what it feels like to be shot in my belly. Bong. Exactly.
It's some comedic relief. I know what it's like to be
Dude.
shot. I've been
In the-
shot in a dream,
In a dream, in my belly.
but I
That's
felt
crazy.
it. And then I killed a bear in my dream. He just wanted to nip me, and I said, no, die.
Doom. Oh, okay.
Bear.
Got it.
Nips my arm. You gotta taste the blood.
You
Dude.
just said, yeah, we
Hit
ain't
him.
doing that. Just so nonchalantly. I don't think so.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want you to
pass.
actually bite my arm, so I'm just gonna.
He said, I heard the beep in the bag. Was that a silencer? Damn.
No, that was... I need to get a battery, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get a battery. Sorry,
I wonder
don't-
how many times y'all drank in this episode.
Probably a lot. The
Yeah.
beeper been beeping.
Yeah.
Damn, we got into some good topics today. I love
We
this.
did.
So I love this podcast.
Yeah, it's been fun. Just jumping all around and talked about some AI shit, some Iran shit, some
Yeah, shall hop in
New
on this
adventures?
conversation, y'all. Come text
Yeah.
us on Instagram. Open Time Talk on Instagram. Hit us
Yeah.
up on the Discord. Literally, we have a whole Discord. You can put ideas.
yeah. What do you
we'll
want us to
cover
talk
them.
about? Any questions you
Or
might
if you want
have
to be
for
a
me? And,
guest.
yeah.
Say, hey,
Get us some
I would love
guests
to come on
here,
there and
man.
talk about there.
Yes, that'd be amazing. Get
Discord.
some guests in on it through Discord. Just join it in. Drop us some questions. What do you got for me and James?
Tweet. Tweet.
Well, I think that's about going to wrap it up. Anything you're working on this week, or any updates you want to give to the OTV?
I do have an update. I love y'all. And
Amen, brother.
I think Jesus loves everybody. So we should do the same.
Amen,
I
brother.
know some bad people out there. It's okay. Let them be mad. Let them be mean. Let them honk their horn at you. It's not bothering you. Just
Right.
keep driving like you don't even know them. Just
Yeah.
when you pass them, look at them, smile. Because there's nothing that should keep you down.
Just be a little careful when you do that, because some people will freak out if you
They
just
might freak
smile at
out.
them.
But again, you didn't do anything wrong. You're just smiling.
But know that in your heart, you can still defend yourself.
You
Know
can't.
that in your heart. That
See,
you didn't do
murder is
anything.
different from self-defense. You can't just go around shooting people.
Right.
But if
just
someone's
'cause
coming
you're
at you with a
mad.
weapon, you got a weapon.
Right.
Be like Master
That
Chief.
weapon. Hey,
I
we
need a
got more than
weapon.
just the Bible around here. That's all. I'm ended it off like that. We got more than just a Bible.
Hey,
I got
Jesus
more
said
ways than
sell
just the
your
Bible to
cloak
sing
and get
you,
a
Jesus.
sword. Now it's time to sell your house and get a gun.
Just sell your house and get a missile.
What?
He said, "What?"
If a civilian has a missile, let me know. I want to see it.
Elon Musk. Missile, rocket. What's the fucking difference if it's
What's
got
the
a
point? They both
trajectory?
explode.
Exactly. A plane explodes on impact. I'm gonna let y'all go, guys. I'm gonna let y'all go. Go get your plane license. Sell your house, get a plane license. Take that bitch wherever you want it to go.
Just take the wings off it. You got a Scud missile. I'm gonna stop talking.
Yep. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it. We've ranted off enough.
Yeah. We had a great weekend though. It was a good weekend. You got married. I got my baby shower. Everything's working out because God is
Hell
good.
yeah. Hell yeah.
what we
Amen.
focus on.
Amen to that.
That's why we got that cross.
I wear him on my chest. Well, guys,
Beat on my chest.
I think we love you. Of course, we love you. Love
Of course I
God.
love you.
And always remember to have an open time talk like,
Of
comment,
course.
share,
Like, subscribe, share it. Hit us the comments, ideas.
Yeah.
Save this if you want.
Yeah. I guess that's
Love
it.
y'all, man.
We love y'all.
We're gonna be back here next week or again this week. So we'll talk to y'all then. Love y'all.
I swear. So if you're lost, just know someone cares.
I'm your addiction, yeah. I'm on the edge and there's no way